gotta do the whole thing over.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the whole intro over. Remember when we were having all that like really good conversation and banter back and forth before?
It was so good.
When we were filming.
And we learned that Will was...
That was fun.
Yeah,
and
it
then
was
like
fun.
we said that thing.
And then
where
you
were...
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and then
It's
Owen,
all gone.
Owen forgot to record audio.
Hey! Don't blast Owen!
Hey, welcome to Table Talk. I'm Joe Beretta.
Emily Newton.
I'm William Haynes.
We love Owen.
Yeah, we
I'll
do.
blast you in the mouth.
You
right?
gave us topics.
I don't know. What that
He's
means.
gonna make you look like an idiot.
No.
He can cut you into a fool.
Because of the lens you
You got it, buddy. You got this.
because of the lens she was using. No, don't make
Yeah.
me say bad
He
things.
can make you say bad things and just put a different thing on your head.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
As long as it's a hat.
You know what you can do? You can go to FHP.com and you can buy a Beards Are Beautiful poster. Why? Because beards are beautiful.
Beards are
So
beautiful.
go ahead and do that.
How did you get that many flowers in your face?
I glued them on there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Hashtag Table Talk r/SourceFedNERD.
You get it!
All right, here we go.
If this is your first time, you're a fool!
No, welcome,
I'm
welcome.
sorry.
If this is your
mad?
first time, welcome.
I'm
Please
sorry.
stay. Watch a lot of our videos. If it's your second time and you don't understand, you're an idiot.
I did it!
But
Guys,
please stay.
Yeah.
guys, what we're basically saying is if you this is your you man, you're a dumb mother. Your mother never loved you.
Will's got to work on.
I'm gonna blast you in the mouth if you do that one more time.
I'm not kidding. I will not stand behind you in a
No.
fight. This is embarrassing.
You got to work on your
Me in
emotional
a fight?
range, son.
Oh, man.
I'm at a bar and some dudes.
You just immediately went to weird defensive.
Hey, if you look at me one more time, I'm gonna be real mad.
And puberty.
Yeah, my voice is cracked. Yeah.
All right.
Amanda Ryan B.
Ryan B.
from
I'm lightheaded from yelling.
Twitter.
I'm not even joking.
You really don't do much in your life.
Yeah.
Do you ever experience stage fright? And if so, how do you overcome it?
Oh. Do you? Did you in the beginning?
Do you?
How
Tell me.
do you? I mean, well, first, Will, do you ever experience stage fright when you read a streamy and your co-host sends you a speech to read for him?
Oh,
Because
are you happen to be alluding to the time that when we were at the streamies and you weren't there and you text messaged me a long speech to say, but I chickened out because I'm a boy?
No,
No.
that's not what I'm alluding
No,
to.
I'm sorry.
Did you have stage fright then? Is
He
that
had
what
stage
happened?
fright.
Like, see what happened
And that's
was,
okay.
See, I was like, okay, I can read it. I was like, I can do this. But then I was like, but we're not gonna win. So like, why do I even?
Why wouldn't we win?
Because I don't know. Because everybody's
Have
like, oh, we're
confidence.
not gonna win. We're not gonna win. And then we did. And then we got up there, and there was like 20 jokes that I was gonna do in my head. One of the jokes was gonna be, I was gonna say, Katie Wayne, thank you everybody for coming out to the.
You were gonna do the one joke that nobody in the
one
world would
got it?
understand and would make you look like a pervert.
As I always say, most of my jokes are for
You didn't even do any for you, and the one that you did was, "This is heavy."
I know, and it got cut off in the YouTube video. What I did as I grabbed it, I had never even touched the streamy yet. Trisha had it, and I went, it's so heavy.
Thank you, everybody.
It's so. And then and there was like a second, and then the audience.
like,
You got cut off on the street.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had a cell phone in your hand and you were making a big moment about it. I bet you they wouldn't have cut you
I
off.
can't. I can't be the guy to do it. I'm not the guy.
I would have done it for you.
Steve would have done it. You know, Steve would have done it.
No, he was eating pepperoni.
Yeah, he was
Steve did have a running
Steve did have a
pepperoni
running
gag.
Pepperoni
going.
gag.
Freaking
God, what a
best
solid
bit.
pepperoni
He wasn't
gag.
gonna do it, though.
If that asshole doesn't get sponsored by Hormel after this.
Someone.
I want to thank the pepperoni company, Hormel.
Or at least one free bag of Hormel.
One free bag of Hormel!
He wasn't even planning on doing it, but when we were driving, he was just me and him in the car, and we were driving through Beverly Hills, and we're like, oh, it's so nice. He was like, let's stop at a grocery store and get some pepperoni. And I was like, you're gonna need plates too. And
What
then we
a
did it.
weird world that these two live in. Stage fright, yes, you
Oh,
get
yeah.
it. Okay, that's the
So
question.
you get it, and you're still figuring
get
out
it.
how
I'm
to
still figuring
overcome
out how
it.
to-
I do get it, but like if I have something specific to say like that, I get stage fright. I'm a little nervous.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if I don't, if it's not planned, if like me just go say whatever, then I'm good.
I still get it every now and then.
Yeah,
You get it every now and then?
I think before every show, the
There's little
butterflies in
butterflies,
my
yeah.
tummy are stage fright.
Just gotta make them fly in formation.
You make them come up out of your esophagus, then you open your
but
mouth, and they come out, and you watch that
Oh,
stage fright
God.
fly away into the audience.
No, I did. Yeah, I get every now and then, but now it's so classic that you're just like, you have to get through it. You
automatically
just- yeah.
get over it. For me, I automatically get over it when I hear that first
First
laugh.
laughter,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
But pop
That
a
first
laughter,
laugh,
like,
and
great,
it's
we're fine.
Bam.
We recently, we do a show every Sunday, and there was a sketch that went up this Sunday, And it was
The bomb?
hard.
No
it was
way.
One of the hardest. I wasn't in it. I was on the side.
I wasn't in it.
No, I didn't. I wasn't in it.
Lee
I
no
wanted to be in
bomb.
it. No, I've done some mighty turds. There was one about a jury duty one that was not good.
Real.
You were excited about that one
I
in
was
the
so
office
excited.
for like a month.
Yeah, and it did not go. Sometimes things don't go well, but there was one and it was just literally, and then you feel the person on stage panicking, and so they push harder and harder and harder, and the audience is just like, no.
They already decide. They're like, nope.
And the best thing is watching, because we've all done it, but watching your castmates come off and just be like, honey, just like, oh, good.
And I think the more time I spend on preparation for what I'm
you're
doing,
fine.
the more the initial stage fright will go away. But if
Yeah.
I'm doing something that I know I'm new at, which I've never done before, it kicks in then more than any time.
Yeah.
Because I think part of stage fright is feeling like a fraud, and you don't want to be caught looking like a fraud
Yeah.
in front of a small
Or
group
just
of
like
people.
not
or
going,
big-
where's
Yeah.
your line or where's this? I think, definitely has been, I don't get stage fright so much anymore, but there's definitely been times where I literally am on stage going like, you're in this, focus.
I've seen
Like,
you give a dude
when
a
you're literally
lap
been, like-
dance on stage.
Yeah.
For a sketch. I've seen you dress as a troll and do some crazy stuff. I
Yeah.
don't think you can still have stage
I still
fright.
get it every now, but like there are definitely, it's less stage fright now and more like, you're literally in the sketch, you gotta focus. I'm just
Yeah.
like, no.
There's we'll
all
get
right,
stage
here we go.
focus.
Stage
mishaps,
focus.
but there'll also be stage panic, like we were talking about. So
Yes!
if you don't have stage fright, but you're going on with confidence and then nothing's
There's
hitting.
been so many times,
You're in an
where
improv scene, you're like, oh, what's going on? And you just start getting nervous
Panic.
because you feel like you're in the middle of a train wreck, and sometimes the audience just doesn't want to work with you
No.
on it. And it's,
Yeah. Once you
There's
don't have the
ones where
audience.
they don't laugh with you. There was one that we did, and we needed a book. Like the book was literally like the sketch was about the book. We hold up the book, we talk about the book, and literally we reached, and it wasn't there, and we're like,
no book?
when you
Oh no.
the book would be called, and it was just like it was like we made it through, and afterwards we were like, just like it's crazy, but you know.
Yeah, preparation definitely gets
Preparation
me
is
over it a little
absolutely
bit, and you can prep in improv and stuff like that, even though it feels like it can't. When I did my high school graduation speech this year, they asked me to do, I was super nervous, and I was probably experiencing a little bit of stage fright.
Really?
Just
Even though it's all
sweating.
kids. It's all
Yeah,
kids.
still, I mean, kids
Yeah.
are the
It's a big
kids are the
deal.
meanest.
Yeah.
It's like a graduating class of 14.
Yeah. How many people were on Instagram while you were giving your speech? Like,
Oh, it was in Montana, so it's like the social media tip isn't as
Yeah,
they haven't gotten it
as
yet?
hardcore. They have
They
it.
don't have. They have pine tree cell phone towers.
I
One
just-
every 2-4 miles.
I think we experience it a little, like we think it's bigger than it really is because it's our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's still big out there in the world in high school and stuff like that, but in Montana it's especially not as big. But I wasn't nervous going when I on the day because I prepared so damn much. Like I went over the speech over and over and over and over again. I didn't know anybody. It wasn't like going home and talking to people that
Yeah.
You can
yeah.
everybody.
Insert funny joke.
Here.
Wait for laugh. No laugh. Keep going.
Keep going.
And it wasn't like going home and talking to people that I knew still. Like the town has changed. The people in the high school changed. I didn't know anybody, so it was nerve wracking.
Yeah.
But preparing
Who is this?
was good.
Joe Bearda.
Who's it? What?
Who?
Jew Bearda.
Joe Bearda.
Actually,
Doesn't look Jewish.
my biggest fear is when you know your voice gets wavery. When your voice,
Yeah.
that's the most terrifying thing. Like
Feel the shake
like,
a little bit?
I'm fine with looking weak or like I can't pick up things, but if I sound like I like
I've always wanted to do a stand-up bit where it literally is just like.
oh yeah. Actually, I did the speech at my high school graduation. And I remember it was fine. It was like everybody was laughing. It was all jokes, and I quoted John Lennon because that's what I was into. But one kid, John Lennon. I quoted John Lennon.
All right.
There was one kid, only one kid in the whole audience.
You
who
suck.
He booed me. He booed me.
But look at that guy. That guy always looks like
Is that
the
boo
asshole.
just?
He's
Yes.
like,
Is it just
"Boo!"
reverberating throughout the rest
no?
of your life?
Okay.
Though?
It's just forever. I will not remember most of the things I said. I remember one kid getting up out of his seat to go boo, look back at everybody else, and then just sit down.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad.
This is the same guy that at prom was like on like Molly or something, the one that makes you like go like this, and he started making it rain on the dance floor, and I thought that was hilarious.
You went to a much different school.
I went to a
yeah,
much different school.
no one did Molly unless
Oh,
it was
yes.
the cheerleader Molly.
Oh yes, come on down to Richmond, California,
Like,
where teenagers
literally,
are on drugs.
No, no one did that. No one did drugs in my school.
Oh yes.
No one did drugs from Tino Saris, from the Reddits, he said, if you could write a letter with just 3 words to yourself 15 years ago, what would it say?
You are awesome.
I would say you are 13.
Or how many years ago?
No, I'm not. I'd be 14.
How many years ago?
If you could write a letter to yourself 15 years ago.
Oh, goo goo gaga.
No, it would
Fine.
be no. What it would be is invest in
Google.
blank.
You
Something.
can't read. That would eventually be very funny to me. Because I'd
Yeah.
be like, well, I'll learn how to read this in 5 years.
I was like 15, so I'd say Blair Platt sucks. My
stay
high school boyfriend.
away.
Not really. He was actually really cool.
Person's name.
Yeah,
Stay
stay.
away. Yeah, I don't know. What would you say?
Don't
when you-
talk.
Study more. It'd be 2 words. I wouldn't need 3. Study more. I dicked around all through
Let's
high
say
school.
I was 14 too.
Oh,
Then-
let's say that.
Yeah, I would tell myself I was already making YouTube videos. Dang it.
You got nothing, huh?
Nothing. Like, me was alright.
But how was 10-year-old?
was
No,
I-
5-year-old. What would you say to 5-year-old Will?
Nothing. I didn't say
Watch
anything.
more
when I was five.
Rugrats?
Watch more Rugrats.
It wasn't on when he was.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
We're
Yes,
in
I was.
Nick at Night? I'm just
I
kidding.
love the Rugrats. Oh, is it my turn? You still can't make it, Lee. How does it feel to not be good at sports? You're not good at sports. Clap that a little bit more. Thank you. Now it's got the power to pick.
The power to kick.
Pick.
I know I'm not good at sports. Everyone
Hefsay.
else.
Hefsay says, have you ever encountered your childhood bullies since then, and how did you/they react? Have you forgotten? I want to see that dude so bad. But no, I had one specific.
You would say something to that
Yes!
dude, and it would be poignant,
It would
and you would
be-
make a great point, and then he would just go, boo.
Or he go paper plastic, and you
Yeah,
just move
exactly.
on. That's why I see all my bullies. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
how's this CVS job treating you? Still in our hometown. How's that
Oh
doing?
goodness. I know
that?
that there's one specific bully.
Saw you on the internet.
Yeah.
Please tell me that interactions happened.
It has multiple times. Saw you on the internet. You're not fat anymore. I'm like, you found it all.
You found it all. You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. It happens all the time. Like, saw you
Really?
on the internet.
Do you have bullies, Joe?
No.
You weren't a bully, but you were a
How's
jock.
the 4-H
I was in
going?
everything. I wasn't just a jock.
Pam.
That's true.
I was everything.
You were.
Just kidding. I don't know.
We're having a
Bullies
different
are-
conversation.
What?
Oh yeah.
We're just talking, and you're
I'm
still
still
going.
talking to my bully.
Oh.
Actually, I always think that because it has happened where I've literally gone there and I told my brother because we were home and I was like, oh my god, that's like a bully like that. That's like a bully that I had.
That was my
and
bully.
he was like so ready to just be like throw down and he was so
Your
rude
brother's
to
so
her.
good.
He was so good. He's the best. But he was like so rude to her checking out and she just didn't understand. He just looked like an asshole. Like, she
Your
didn't-
good-looking,
she didn't
angelic
do-
brother
yeah,
I
just being
know.
a
this
dick.
handsome man that was just an asshole. She didn't get the connection at all.
That would have hurt me.
What did I do?
But I remember literally I just immediately reverted back to like freshman year of high school and I was like,
Oh.
Paper or plastic,
definitely-
whatever you think is better.
But I had one specific bully from when I was in like elementary school to the beginning of high school, and I remember since I've been in college, I had to do like a photography job back in my hometown.
Somebody outside trying to see who it is.
Oh, I had a photography job that I had to do at like this event that they were having in some park or whatever, and
this all sounds so vague. Keep
I
going.
mean, but yeah. So I went there, but my bully, I was like, he's either dead from being shot by a rival gang, which I hope, or he's in
Fingers
jail
crossed.
for getting arrested for dealing drugs, which I hope.
God, he really had a way different childhood
Yes,
than
it
I
did.
did. Mine, she just made fun of the way I ran.
Oh no, this kid
And she did
destroyed
4-H,
me.
so she was weird.
Remember how I called you short earlier today?
Yeah.
I think that's because he used to do that to me, and I need to pass that on to somebody else.
Wow. He just called you short?
I mean, all that
He
kind
was
of
in a
stuff.
gang? Jesus!
he was-
Mine was literally like, she just did chew. She would do chew.
Yeah.
Mountains.
I went to
she
school
would do chew.
with-
She did 4-H and she was so weird and so big and she literally just pushed you.
She was just misunderstood. She
was
needed a
so
friend.
misunderstood.
She needed a friend. You should have been her friend.
Right. I really tried to be her friend, and then she kept pushing me.
No. I never tried to be
And it was the
friend.
only time that I was so glad that I had this one friend that just wanted to fight, and she was the one that was like, one of these days the girl was like, I'm gonna kick your ass, which was like insane. And we're like, yeah, you are. You're definitely gonna kick my ass. No.
No.
But then I had one friend that was like really angry and loved to fight, and she was like almost a half friend, where like those people that are just barely friends. And on that day, she was like, "You gonna fight me? You're gonna fight me?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, have you met that girl again yet?
Her. Yeah, she's intense now. She's a really intense now.
She got in
It
real
is
fights.
not a shocker.
After a certain age, you
She's
can't
a
get in
roller
fights
derby girl.
anymore.
She's a roller derby girl now, which is not surprising in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, yeah, once you hit that 18,
you can't get
everything
in fights.
becomes real at 18. Like
Yeah,
you can't be
you
doing
can't get in
stupid
fights.
You get in a fight,
Yeah.
you go to jail.
You go do just like random harmless vandalism around your hometown. You get
It
in
is.
real
It's like
trouble.
a big deal. You push your friend off of the. Oh no, you okay? Got in real trouble, huh?
We'll break stuff.
One penis.
Do you remember throwing bricks through windows
breaking
and it
stuff
being
was
like,
fun.
fuck it?
I liked breaking stuff with
Oh.
no real chance of getting into
I know, being a kid was cool.
Oh, but yeah, end of the story. Basically, I saw him at the park, and his hair was very messed up, and he had like a grill, and it was gold and looked bad. And I was like, haha, I get my hair cut every week, mother hugger. That's what's going on in my head.
And I am ready.
And then the other side of your brain was like, boo.
I was a different guy.
Is that it? Are we done? One more?
done?
One more. Has everybody done one?
We've all done one. We can do one more.
We've all done one?
Do
Should
one
we do
more.
one more?
Do one more
Owen?
quick.
Owen says we should do
One
one
says we
more.
should do one more. We gotta
Do
play.
one more.
Let's do it. Let's read it
Talk about
together.
it. I was yelling at
From
blowing.
I guzzle come for cash.
Why do we all have to read that one?
We didn't know. We didn't know.
And that one's huge. That one's way bigger than that. The text is huge.
I guess will come for cash.
What
It's a
are
forecast.
Forecast.
what
are
are
some strange things you've collected?
Star Trek commemorative plates.
no
Plates?
yeah.
Yeah. They're really cool.
Like
They're
find them at
hilarious.
thrift stores or buy
Yeah,
them
like find them
online?
at thrift stores, not buy them online. And I have plastic dinosaurs. I have probably about 50 plastic dinosaurs at least, if not more like 75 plastic dinosaurs
went-
all over my home.
I went back home. What I used to collect as a kid was Ninja Turtles toys, but those ones got played with like heavily with friends and stuff to the point where they don't really exist anymore.
I masturbated.
To a Ninja Turtle?
I masturbated about a turtle.
Oh my god. Should have used Rafi.
Masturbate. Raphael or Rafi, the
Raphael.
person that sings about bath time.
Rafi, I don't know.
Oh, okay. You don't know Rafi?
I deal with my bullies now.
Oh! Boo!
But I went home and I still have all of my Batman toys. from
Oh,
a kid.
that's
I got the
cool.
Batcopter, the Batjet, the Bat submarine.
You got all those
I have
as a kid?
all of it over time.
Okay,
It wasn't
yeah,
like
it wasn't like a here you
long
go
time, but I
show.
kept on to them forever, and I got all the different like variations of Batman, Jetpack Batman. I got the Penguin and his penguins, and the Riddler and Joker, and all this stuff. And then Hayden saw them when we went back for a vacation, my daughter, and she's like, "Can I play with them?" And I was like, "Yes." But my dad's like a super collector now,
no.
like comics and stuff like
Oh,
that.
no.
And he saw Hayden playing with them, and he comes in and he's like, "Shouldn't be playing with the Batman toys." I go, "Dad, they're mine." He goes, "No, they're not.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
These are mine." I thought he was joking. 100% serious.
Serious.
He's collected them now.
And then he just like
He's the toy collector.
He just like watched over Hayden as she
Like,
played.
you better not.
And she's
break
like, how
one.
great is that when you're a kid and you're just like,
And then the coolest part why I had so many Batman toys is because they had projectiles. Every Batman toy shot
do.
They do.
something. Yep. And Hayden found it and she was having fun. And I saw my dad and I was like, "Honey, just make sure every single projectile goes back where it belongs."
okay. She's like, I'm good, actually. Thanks.
I think I'm gonna put this down.
I'll go play with nature.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was one thing I collected.
It was Batman toys? What did
Yeah.
you collect?
I think I talked about a little bit about my straw collection on like a
I'm
long
sorry,
time
what?
ago. I was a strange boy.
Yeah.
And I used to have separation anxiety, and I'd be like, "Oh, I really had a good time with the straw." And I remember I would put it behind a bread box, and I didn't want anybody to find it.
Your mother would just find like 30 straws
What they
behind her-
eventually did. They eventually.
And she was
found
like,
it.
why are these straws here?
I was like,
why
I didn't
a
want to put them
straw?
because they were all colorful, and I was like, this is when I was really young, and I was like, I was like, if I throw it away, then it's gone forever. I'll never see it again. It's a
that's a good
straw.
But you never saw it again anyways, because you just
No.
put them behind the bread box.
But if I knew if I wanted to see some straws, I
And
could
do you feel like when you had it up to a
Weird
30 straw bundle, if you would have closed your eyes and picked one out and opened it, and you're like, "Oh, this is the pink straw with
This
the
is
white
root
stripe,"
beer.
would you have remembered it?
not at all.
Okay. So you
Not
weren't
at all.
that
It was like
connected
a
to the straw.
normal straw. Like
It was just
wasn't
normal
anything
straw. I remember it
special.
was the specific kind of straw. Actually, we had like we would always buy the same from the dollar store, these same like colorful straws, and I really liked them. They're just straws.
Just straws.
And I collect them, but then they found them and then they threw
You
them away, and I
actually
was
did like
sad.
collecting. Like it wasn't like, oh, this is cool. You literally like collected them like a
it was
little
secret.
collector.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. And in hindsight, it was unnecessary.
It's crazy. It's okay that we all have those things.
Well, yeah, I did have one weird thing, and you made me think of it with that, is that growing up, for like when I started dating, from like
Girls.
I'm waiting for that part of my life.
Collecting
8th grade
girls.
until now, I really liked dating for just like a week or so.
Tampons. Oh.
Like,
You did. You collected girls.
And I would.
Their heads are in my basement.
Well, no, it's not like that. But like,
Nobody like cross off in it.
I'm a charming guy, and we get attached like real quick. And then at the 1 week mark, when they were least expecting it, I would break up with them. And almost every single time, they'd go, and I would take that sigh, and I would put it in my pocket. I collected so many sighs over time.
How many women have you hurt? Let us know in the comments down below.
That was real.
I know, right?
I feel like, is it?
There's someone in the world who is in it for that. Who that's his like
Yeah,
sexual.
I think I dated him.
You dated him.
Guaranteed.
Crazy McCrazerson. Like, oh,
I don't know. We had a really intense connection, but it's a no-go.
Collected
You took me to
sighs.
Korean barbecue.
it's a Korean bar.
We went. It was expensive. You introduced me to your friends.
You're not the last one.
No.
I want to be that guy. I want to be reborn as that guy.
You want to be the sigh collector or the Korean barbecue
just for
guy?
like a year. I just want to be that guy. I want to just break some
You don't
people's hearts.
experience real love when you're a sigh collector.
That doesn't matter. It's fun. I want to
fun
be
as you
part of
think.
that.
I think you get attached to things as evidenced by the
Not
straw.
anymore. I've let
you
go
would
of
just
those
be texting
tethers.
5 girls at once going, I gotta stop.
Makes you wonder, like,
They're all
what,
behind the bread box.
what is
Behind the
Will
bread box.
keeping every single day from work that he goes home and hides behind his bread box now, so he doesn't forget that day at work?
We don't worry about that, Joe. Steve's fine. Don't worry about him.
Thanks for watching Table Talk, you guys. What's something weird that you collect? Let us know in the comments down below. I'm Joe Beretta.
I mean,
I'm William Haynes.
Yeah, you are.
is it my Coke can?
Or is it her hand?
Ah!
It's actually your fingernails.
You.
Clippings.
Ew.
Yeah.
They're really tasty.
Oh!
You ever had-
Stop! You're done.
you ever had
You're
some
done.
chips? Some
You're never
chips?
gonna be the
Some
side
dip?
guy if you keep going.
I'm debonair. Fall in love with me. In my head, my eyebrows are like wiggling.
But it was your lips.
My eyebrows are wiggling.
But really, you were.
Wrong part of my body.